Hello everyone, this is Yang Zelin. In this video, I will introduce the items and scripts I did in the project in my Sem 2. Firstly, the CM of this game is Tank War, which is a multiplayer game, and in this game, player need to control the tank, which will be a red tank as the default to attack and kill other tanks. And there will be friend tanks to help you to win the game. But if the player want to attack the friend tank, there will be 0 damage because there is a friendly fire function to avoid the friend attack. There are two modes in this game. The first mode is team deathmatch, and in this game, player need to attack and kill other tanks. One enemy tanks for one score, and the first team getting 30 scores will win the game. And the another mode is capture the flag. Player need to capture the enemy's flag from the enemy's birthplace to player's birthplace, and one flag for 10 scores. And they also can kill the other enemy tanks to get one score. And similarly, the first team getting 30 scores will win the game. And for both of the two modes, there will be various items in the environment. Player can use their items to attack the enemy tanks and win the game. The first item added in the project is the quick bullet, which is very simple to implement. Just duplicate another bullet, such as this bullet spawns, and change the speed to uh, 50 to make it faster, and change the bonus to 0 to avoid the bonus. And duplicate the power of bullet bonus, and change the bullet index to 3, and add this bullet into the tank prefabs. For these three prefabs, add the bullet in this bullet area, and drag the bullet quick prefab into the object spawner so as to make it can spawner by themselves. So when player collects this bullet, they can make a quick shot so as to make it easy to attack the enemy tanks. The second item is freeze bullet. I use the same way as the quick bullet to implement the freeze bullet into the environment, but I add another dual variable with freeze to justify if the bullet is a freeze bullet. And for this freeze bullet, I check the is freeze to be true, and in the player script, in the take damage function, if the player is attacked, and there will be a if judgment. If the if freeze property of the bullet attacking player is true, the if freeze bool variable declared in the player script will be true. And there is another if judgment in the move function. If the if freeze is true in the player script, the player's move speed will be 0, which is freeze speed declared in the beginning. The freeze speed is equal to 0, which means the player cannot move, and the freeze time is limited by this timer function. If its freeze is true, there will be a freeze time which will be 0 at the beginning, and there will be end time which is equal to the freeze time. If the freeze time is less than end time, the freeze time will increase, and else its freeze variable will be false to end the freeze time, and the freeze time will be equal to 0 again. So this is the time function for the freeze bullet. So when the player collects the freeze bullet, and shoot the enemy tank. The enemy tank will be frozen for some time. And the third item is metro can. If the player collects the metro can, player will speed up. And to implement this function, I first declare a bool variable to justify if the player is in the speed up state, and declare two float variable to control the speed up time. And in the update function, I add a timer function. If the player is in the speed up state, the speed time there will be a if judgment if the speed time, which will be 0 at the beginning, less than the end time, which will equal to the total speed up time. And so the speed time will increase. Else, if speed up is else the speed up is will be equal to false, and the speed time will be equal to 0 again. And there will also be if judgment in the move function. If its speed up is equal to true, which means player is in the speed up state, the move speed of the player will be double, which is equal to 16 declared at the beginning. The last item is gas can, and the player can move the gas can by actually pulling them. A player can pull the gas can to the right place, and if they shoot the gas can will explode. And to create a fire area, and if any tanks touch the fire area, they will be taken damage. To implement this function, I add the fire tag into the fire, which is the child object of the gas can. And there is also a script into the gas can. There is a on-trigger enter function. If the if the bullet touches the gas can, the gas can's model will be hidden, and the fire will be displayed, and the fire area will be destroyed after 15 seconds. And for the player script, there also will be a on trigger enter function. If the player touches the fire object, they will be get hurt by use this get will set health function. So this is all of the items and the scripts added in my project. Thank you for listening.